Terry Jacobson, Marketing Artfully. So today we're going to be talking about Twitter, some really advanced hashtag stuff. I had a reader that called and asked about, or sent me an email and asked about hashtags. And she kind of gets the idea. She understands how to do them, but she doesn't understand what they actually mean or why they would matter or what happens. So let's take a peek. On Twitter, you can see what's trending. So, like right now, worst pound sign, worst breakup excuses trending. It doesn't always have to have a hashtag to trend. Like Jenny McCarthy's trending right now. She's the new co-host of The View. That's awesome. So that's excellent. So she's somebody that's trending. So anytime you want to search for something, you can put in a hashtag. So, and that's going to be more specific. So for me, hashtag SMM means hashtag social media marketing. And it's going to pull up all of the how Sharknado became a social media phenomenon. So let's take a little peek at that. And that could absolutely be something that I would want to share with my people. It could also be something that's total spam, but it makes it a lot easier to do it. So what you can also do is you can save these searches. So if you're doing this search for this hashtag, you can absolutely come here and say save search. I saved that search, whatever it is, DAYIT. And then when you come to your search, you can do a request for those saved searches. So that's one thing that you can do. You can just have that sitting there ready to go anytime you want to do a search for that. The other thing that you can do, so let's say you come to the hashtag dictionary. They're going to tell you the most recent hashtags that came up. And you can see it's international, so there's a lot of different girls. So SSA, When I Was Little, San Francisco, yep, Coney 2013, and things like that. So those are the popular. Here's some random ones. But what you want to do is say you were doing cleaning, okay? You would do a search for cleaning, and so it looks like two really big hashtags are cleaning day and Sunday cleaning. Okay, you could absolutely have just cleaning. So let's go back over to Twitter and do hashtag cleaning. And then you can see what comes up with it. So cleaning and restoration, what do you need done? Cleaning, the amount of trash I'm making. So that's how you can find out what your hashtags are. Now, what are they good for, right? So you're like putting hashtags on everything that you're posting out. What would people use those for? Well, one of the things is all these little Twitter sidebar units. This one is just for this personal loan. So it's just going to be everything, people talking to her, and that's probably her blog. But this is where it gets more interesting. That they have everything that is hashtag with these two hashtags, DH12 and pound, and we don't even care what it is. It's just that they're pulling all of that. And what you guys need to know, and I talk about this all the time, but this is just one widget. I did a search. There's hundreds of widgets. And what it's doing is it's saying, pull all of the tweets that are there. You could also say, pull all of the tweets with a hashtag. So this is actually, what are you trying to search for? Tweets background, what are you trying to do? And then you do that all in the setup. So there are sidebars and sherries where they just post everything that had maybe a social media marketing tag, so pound SMM. Or they had everything that, a lot of organizations will have that. So or they could do at Home Depot. I was just talking to, or let's look at Lowe's, because I know they talk back. I actually made a complaint about Lowe's the other day, and they answered me back, which was really nice. But they're showing all of the at signs, and it could pull all of those in. So those are a couple different ways people use it. Now, the big ways that people use it I use TweetAdder, which a lot of professional people who are very big into Twitter use a system like this. There's a number of them on the market, but I use TweetAdder. And what happens is that you can retweet specific things. So what I'm doing is on my pterodactyl account, I am retweeting anytime Jay Bear talks about marketing or anytime Searchy Nerds talks about marketing or any of these. But what I could absolutely do, so maximum number of retweets a day, we want to have, let's say we'll do some more retweets. Let's say we're going to have 5, and it's going to do them pretty far apart. And then if I wanted to retweet something else, so let's go back to Twitter. And somebody I like very much, okay, so somebody I like very much is Gary Vee. So I'm not retweeting anything Gary Vee does. So we would say Gary Vee, and then anytime he said SMM, social media marketing. So that means that anytime Gary Vee uses that hashtag in his post, I'm going to retweet it. So let's do a search for Gary Vee, because then you want to see and make sure that you're not going to be tweeting out crap, or that you're not going to be tweeting out nothing, like he never does it. Okay, so this is a little problem because Gary Vee is never actually tweeting that. All his other people are doing it. But that having been said, it might be kind of cool because then you would get all different kinds of people on your page. So let's go and look at what my tweets look like. So here's my tweets. And let's see if we have any retweets showing up. We don't have any right here. Okay, so this automatically retweeted Tweety Nerds, and it was because I had the # Twitter. Okay, and let's go back to the Tweety Nerds. So there's Tweety Nerds, and it's doing everything with Tweety Nerds. But so that's a way that you could absolutely, I'm actually not thrilled with that, so I'd probably take that off. Let's do a real quick and see if we can figure something out. So who's a good marketing person? So let's just do a search for marketing. Okay, so Chase Small Business. Chase Small Business is never going to put out something that I would be embarrassed to repost. I can almost guarantee you that. Look at that. So why pound social? So they're doing pound social. So let's do a search for, and it's Chase Small Biz. So let's do a search for Chase Small Biz pound social. Okay. And so why jumping into social? Okay, so all of this looks really good. That's something that I would totally not mind. I wouldn't want to retweet all of Chase Small Business because let's go look and see what they're doing. Social, Inc. Like then it's more, then you're going to get a lot more of their like marketing and their advertising and branding. So we're going to come in here and I'll put a link to how to get TweetAdder. You don't have to have TweetAdder. There's lots of different ones you can use. But we're going to say Chase Small Biz. And we're going to say anytime they say pound social. Add retweet. And then we're going to retweet it. Excellent. So, like that very much. Okay, one last thing, because she also asked about using lists. Okay, so how I do my lists are a number of different ways, but one of my big lists is chambers of commerce. So what I do is I have a whole lot of chambers of commerce, and if I'm trying to find businesses to follow, okay, I can come to any of these, and again, let's go back to my well, we can do it without anything. So if I'm looking for small businesses to follow, I can come to any of these. Okay, so this is the St. Pete Chamber. That's back where I used to live. So I'm going to click on them. And then I actually want to see who they're following. Okay, so he's a surgeon. I can live with him. And then I actually put him on another list that's my Tampa list. Um, okay, this guy's a TV reporter, so we're going to say he's in Tampa and also a journalist because it's always good to have that kind of thing. He's running for mayor of, I don't, I'm not worried about who's running for mayor because I need business owners. She's a candidate, so they're getting more of those civic leaders and things like that. An outdoor concert venue. I don't know if they would love me. I'm really looking for business owners. So he's a senator, Democratic leader. That's not what I'm really looking for. So Rhino on air, internet radio station. Not really looking at that. Casual restaurant. So let's take a peek at this. This is a casual restaurant. Not seeing that it's specifically in Tampa. Oh, Museum of Fine Arts. Okay, so here's the Museum of Fine Arts Tampa. Add or remove from list. We're going to say Tampa, Florida. They're definitely a business in Tampa who may want to hire me. Feeding America Tampa Bay. That would be, I mean, if I was in that area, I would do this. Here's Rowdy Soccer. Kind of not a business that would necessarily hire me. Florida Small Business Development Center. Oh, yeah. Really happy with that. And a lot of times these people will follow you back. So this is a bunch of the reasons why you want to do this kind of thing. So now let's go back to my home and go back to my list. So there's my home. And then back to, you have to click on me and then my lists. And then, so I also have big box retail stores. I have real estate. I have realtors. Okay, so on this list, I have 210 realtors and 1 subscriber. So other people subscribe to your lists and can see them as you update them. But I think what's super interesting also is to see who's added you to their list. Okay, so let's say lists, and then these are lists that I'm a member of. So all these people have added me to their lists, and I've actually been added to hundreds of lists, which is awesome. What I do sometimes is I come here and I try to make sure I'm following everybody who has me on a list, because that way, I mean, it's just polite. And then also, I have been asked to do webinars on, this is Jerry Stengel, she's awesome, she has Venturnier. I've done webinars on there. I noticed up here, Buyer Zone, I won an award from them for the Marketer of the Year. So a lot of times these people who have expressed an interest in you are actually people that would want to have you be a part of their tribe and to be with them. So that's really important and very helpful. There are people who are already predisposed to like you. So hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Marketing Artfully.